Hi students, am I audible and visible? Yes. Hi, am I audible and visible? Hi students, welcome to Unacademy NEET English. Am I perfectly audible and visible to you all? Yes. Am I perfectly audible and visible to you all? A very good evening. Welcome to the session, guys. Welcome to the session. I hope you all are doing very well. I hope you guys are preparing for your NEET examination sincerely, right? So focus on this word, sincerely. I hope you guys are preparing for your examination sincerely. I am good. Thank you so much for asking, Shubhan. So all good. Well, how's your preparation going on? So last time, due to some technical glitch, our session got ended. So I thought we should continue with the part 2, right? Right? So today the session is going to be for 3 hours maximum. Okay, 3 hours maximum. Focus on this word, okay? 3 hours maximum. So I want you people to be sincere, right? I want you guys to be focused, okay? And let's finish this particular chapter. What say, guys? Let's finish this particular chapter. So quickly hit the like button. Do subscribe to our channel if you are new to this channel, and let's finish this chapter. And yes, this is one of the most important chapters. You guys can expect 4 to 5 questions from this particular chapter. Okay? Okay, chaliye, let's start. So before starting the lecture, students, before starting the lectures, please do let me know the name of the phylums in a sequence, in a proper sequence. Yes, do let me know the name of the phylums in a proper sequence. Yes, quickly. Everybody in the chat section, I want the students to be active. So today we are going to start from the phylum Arthropoda and we will complete it till phylum Chordata. So let's avoid the breaks, especially the long breaks, right? We will start with phylum Chordata. We will finish, we will start with phylum Arthropoda. We will finish, we will discuss the phylum Echinodermata. I'll give you a break for 10 minutes and then we will continue with the phylum Chordata. Okay, okay. So because the session is not so lengthy, as I said, it will go for 3 hours maximum. So let's continue. Okay, let's continue. So are you guys ready? Yes. Are you people ready? Guys, tell me, are you people ready? Sure. Okay, so let's go. Let's start. So the chapter that we are discussing is Animal Kingdom. What is the name of the chapter, students? The name of the chapter is Animal Kingdom, right, bache? And in the last class we have finished it till phylum, yes, Annelida. Okay, so let's start it. So basically we talk about the phylum Porifera first, then there is phylum Cnidaria, okay, which is also known as phylum Coelenterata. Then we have phylum Ctenophora. Yes, bache, we have phylum Platyhelminths. Then Aschelminths. Yes. Then which phylum do we have? We have Aschelminths. After that there will be Annelida, right? Arthropoda, the phylum that we are going to start today. Then Mollusca, Echinodermata, Hemichordata, and then there is phylum Chordata. These are the phylums that we have. Clear, bache? These are the phylums that we have. Okay, okay, I hope you remember this. So phylum Porifera, Cnidaria, Ctenophora, Platyhelminths, Aschelminth, Annelida, Arthropoda, Mollusca, Echinodermata, Hemichordata and Chordata. So in the last class we have completed it till Annelida. Okay, okay, yes. Guys, I want to see some fire in the chat section, quick. Yes, okay. So let's start with the phylum Arthropoda, but let me tell you, bache, today, right? This offer is going to end tonight, and what is the offer? You guys can start your NEET preparation at just rupees 4,999, right? You can enroll in the batches which are for the NEET 2025, and even you guys can enroll for the batches even if you guys are targeting NEET 2026 or 2027, and you guys are going to get it at this price. So basically 50% off is there on the NEET UG subscription, and offer is going to end tonight. So guys, in the description box there is a link. So without any delay, be the part of the batches that you want, and you know that your team Avengers, right? Your team Avengers is guiding you in the Phoenix batch, right? So we all are teaching you in this particular batch, one of the best batches for the NEET preparation. So without any delay, be the part of this batch, okay? Be the part of this batch, okay? Chale. So now let's start phylum Arthropoda. So students, because this is the part 2, okay? But still, let's revise few points, right? So we are talking about the phylum Arthropoda. So we know that there are certain basic characters, right? We have already discussed that basis of classification. So when we talk about it, so you know that even this phylum is going to be, here the organisms are going to be triploblastic, right? Which they are going to be what? They are going to be triploblastic. They are eucoelomates, true coelomates, okay? Right, they are triploblastic, they are true coelomates, and of course, organ system level of organization will be there. Organ system level of organization will be there. Yes or no? Organ system level of organization will be there. They are triploblastic, they are eucoelomates. Yes, they are eucoelomates, they are triploblastic, organ system level of organization, and here also you people will see metamerism, that is true segmentation. And when it comes to the symmetry is the organisms here are bilaterally symmetrical. Right, bache? They are bilaterally symmetrical, or you can say that the symmetry is bilateral, okay? The symmetry is bilateral. So I hope you know about these characters. Yes, these bases of classifications. Yes, students, please tell me. I hope you guys are clear. Done? So organ system level of organization is there. Triploblastic, eucoelomates, metamerism, bilaterally symmetrical, right? Organisms are bilaterally symmetrical. So this is what we know, okay? This is what we already know. Now, bache, when you talk about this particular phylum, that is Arthropoda, mane jointed appendages. Here, organisms are having jointed appendages. So let me tell you, students, this is the largest phylum of animal kingdom. Right, it is the largest phylum of animal kingdom. What's that, students? It is the largest phylum of animal kingdom. Keep it in your mind, okay? Keep it in your mind. So if I talk about the animals, like out of 10 animals, right, out of 10 animals, 7 are arthropods, or you can say that 7 are insects. 7 are arthropod, or you can say that 7 are insects. So what are insects? Insecta is a class under this phylum Chordata, right? Class Insecta. Your insects, they belong to this particular class. Okay, so out of 10 animals, right, out of every 10 animals, you will see that 7 are insects, right? So this is the largest phylum of animal kingdom. So as I said, jointed appendages will be there. So here you are going to see very amazing characters, but the most important thing is here we are going to see the exoskeleton. What are we going to see, students? We will see an exoskeleton. Right, an exoskeleton. Just take the example of humans. We have, what do we have? We have the endoskeleton. Yes, we have the endoskeleton. Yes or no? Yes or no? We have bony endoskeleton. Bony endoskeleton, this endoskeleton is providing us a shape. Muscles are attached to it. So we have the endoskeleton made up of bones. But here what will you see? You guys are going to see that there will be an exoskeleton. I'm picking up the main features here. Then we will discuss each and every character of phylum Arthropoda. Don't worry about that. So there will be an exoskeleton, and that exoskeleton is made up of chitin. I think this question is the favorite question. It is the favorite question of NTA people, right? They love this question. They ask it again and again. right? Literally they ask it again and again. So exoskeleton is there, which is made up of chitin. So that's why sometimes we also write it like this, these arthropods, they have chitinous exoskeleton, right? Chitinous exoskeleton, it is made up of chitin, right bache? It is made up of chitin. So what is this chitin, my dear students? What is this chitin? This chitin is a homopolysaccharide. What is this chitin? This chitin is a homopolysaccharide. What's that, guys? It is a homo, right? It is a homopolysaccharide, right bache? So homo means same type of monosaccharides, right? It's a polysaccharide, means it's a biomacromolecule. It's a polysaccharide, means it's a yes bache, polysaccharide means it's a biomacromolecule, and it is made up of many subunits of, yes, or you can say that it is made up of many monomers. So it is made up of many subunits. Are you getting my point? Right? So all the subunits are same. And what is that? That is N-acetyl glucosamine, NAG, right? NAG. So chitin is a polysaccharide of NAG, N-acetyl glucosamine. Okay? N-acetyl glucosamine. Right, bache? N-acetyl glucosamine. Is that clear? Is that clear? Yes or no? Is that clear? So if you people remember, we also discussed the same thing in the fungi. Remember? Fungi, the cell wall is made up of chitin. So it is a homopolysaccharide. What's that? It is a homopolysaccharide. It is made up of N-acetyl glucosamine. Okay? It is made up of N-acetyl glucosamine. Is that clear? Is that clear? Okay. Okay. So now when you talk about this exoskeleton, so you know that phylum Arthropoda. So bache, in our syllabus we have Mr. Cockroach. You know that? Yes, I know the diagrams are pathetic, but still, right? You know that we are going to discuss about Mr. Cockroach. Okay, Mr. Cockroach. I know it is not looking like a cockroach, but theek hai yaar, adjust. Okay, so cockroach is the part of our syllabus, right? Cockroach is the part of our syllabus. So in detail, when we discuss the cockroach part, no, so you will get to know more about the insects. Okay, you will get to know more about the insects. So I'll add one thing here. Just say we'll use the word sclerites. Yes, we will use the word sclerites. Just say chitinous plates, right? Chitin is making the exoskeleton. Chitin is the part of the exoskeleton. So these arthropods, they are having better degree of protection level, right? Better protection because they are covered, right? They are covered, isn't it? They are covered. So why am I using the word sclerites here? So I'm saying that chitinous plates, just say it's like, I always give the example of flooring. Just say when you look at a floor, tiles are there, individual tiles. Obviously tiles are also made up of something, so you have to put the tiles and then cementing material which is going to fix it. Same is the case here. So that right bache, and ventral side pe, this is how I remember. Just say we have the ventral side, our sternum is on the ventral side. So here you can see the sclerites which are on the ventral side. For that we use the word sternite. Yes, sternum, sternite. Okay, tergite or sternite. Okay, and laterally also, just say imagine a cockroach, dorsally it is also covered, ventrally and laterally. So dorsally, that chitinous plate, that sclerites, for that we use the word terga. Ventrally, sterna is the word. Right? Sterna is the word. Laterally, like pleura or pleurites, that's the word. Right? Lateral side pe, it is the pleurite. Okay? Right? For the lateral side, this is the word that we are going to use. Is that clear? This is the word that we are going to use. Is that clear? Is that clear? Right? Is that clear? So you are talking about the arthropods, the largest phylum, right? The largest phylum. So this part clear? Yes, bache. This part clear? Sure? Sure? Yes. So when you talk about their body, just say in the Annelida, for the first time we will see the true segmentation. Right? In the case of Annelida, for the first time we see the true segmentation. If you remember it, very good. Otherwise, let's revise it. So in the case of Annelida, we have the example of earthworm. Do you remember that? The example of earthworm. So we will see external as well as internal segmentation there. Remember, external segmentation will be there, as well as internal segmentation will also be there. What will be there? Internal segmentation will also be there. Yes or no? Internal segmentation will also be there. External segmentation and internal segmentation will also be there. Okay? But here in the case of, जैसे internally there will be septum. Septum is singular, septa is plural. Okay, externally these groove-like structures, right? Annulus for singular. Okay. Okay. So in the case of these arthropoda, right? In the case of arthropoda, what are we going to see? Students, there will be external segmentation. External segments will be there. You will see that body is divided, right? How? There will be head, thorax and abdomen. Head, thorax and abdomen, right bache? Sometimes head and thorax it is fused. Head and thorax it is fused. Then we use the word cephalothorax, right? Cephalothorax, that is head and thorax, they both are fused. Clear bache? Right, so sometimes head and thorax they are fused to form the cephalothorax, and sometimes the three regions are there. There is the head, there is the thorax and there is the abdomen. Okay, so we will see external segmentation indeed, but internal segmentation, the septum part will not be there, right? Right, the septa part will not be there. Okay, the septa part will not be there. Okay. Okay, done? Sure? Is that clear? Right? Arthropoda. What are we talking? We are talking about the arthropoda, right, bache? So when it comes to the unique feature, jointed appendages, right? Jointed appendages, chitinous exoskeleton. These points are very, very, very important. Okay, these points are very, very, very important. Now when you talk about the eyes, see, here you will see simple eye, that is known as ocellus. Ocellus. Plural is ocella. Simple eye. Matlab, in the case of cockroach, we are going to discuss it. Simple eye and the compound eye. Right? One word is simple eye and another word is the compound eye. Okay. So students, when you talk about the simple eye, it is not going to form the image. It is not going to form the image. It will just tell whether it's just like a photoreceptor, whether there is a light or not, whether there is a light or not. Darkness is there or light is there. But this compound eye is the word. What is the word? Compound eye. So it is present laterally. Yes, it is present laterally. Right, bache? Laterally it is present and it is made up of many segments, right? Many small, you can say that kind of subunits. Ommatidium is the singular for that. Ommatidia is the plural. Ommatidium or plural is ommatidium. So many ommatidia, the hexagonal units, they will make the compound eye. And each ommatidium make the image. So in the case of these insects, you will see mosaic vision is there. What is there? Mosaic vision is there. Mosaic image will form. Mosaic vision is there. Is that clear? Is that clear? So simple eye, ocellus, right? And the compound eye which will provide the mosaic vision. Okay, right? So you can see this, see, compound eye, right? So each segment will form the image. So that's why they will have the mosaic vision, right? They have the mosaic vision. You can see this. You can see this. And this is the ommatidium. Okay, it is the ommatidium, right? So around, you can say that many ommatidia together, they are going to form the compound eye. Is that clear? Is that clear? Right? Okay, sure. So now, because we are talking about the arthropods and they are non-chordates, right? Obviously, they are not chordates. They are what? They are non-chordates. Yes, students, what are they? They are non-chordates. They are not chordates. So, of course, in their case, what will you see? Heart, if present, will be on the dorsal side. It will be on the dorsal side. Do not forget that. And when you talk about the nerve code, and even it is a PYQ, okay, when you talk about the nerve code here, it will be on the ventral side. It is solid, it is double. It will be on the ventral side, it is solid, it is double. Okay, it will be on the ventral side, it is solid, and it is double. Is that clear? Yes. Is that clear? Okay. Okay, nerve code. So now in the case of this cockroach, obviously in the body, we'll see the cavity. We'll see the cavity, and that is known as, they are true coelomates, so that cavity is known as hemocoel. That cavity is known as hemocoel. What is the word that we use for that cavity? Yes, what is the word that we use for that cavity? We are using the word, yes, my dear students, we are using the word, yes, hemocoel. Hemocoel. And as I said, the heart, because it's a non-chordate, heart is present. That is on the dorsal side. Just if I talk about the cockroach, right? Cockroach, we have it. We have cockroach in our syllabus. So its heart is 13 chambered. Its heart is 13 chambered. Definitely present on the dorsal side. Definitely present on the dorsal side. Right, bache? Dorsal side. So it is going to pump the blood, and here in the arthropoda, you will see without any exception, they have open circulatory system. They do not have the closed circulatory system, they have the open circulatory system. Your Annelida is having closed circulatory system, but here you people will see the open circulatory system is there. Heart is on the dorsal side, two large blood vessels are attached to it. Heart will pump the blood, and that blood will be there in the hemocoel. Right, bache? In the hemocoel. That blood will be there in the hemocoel. So body organs are going to swim, right? Body organs are going to swim in that blood. Okay, okay. And here you will see in their body that different spaces, sinuses will be there, like your pericardial sinus, perineural sinus. So basically it's not like that there will be proper blood vessels that will innervate each and every organ and will supply the blood. No, it's not like that. Okay, it's not like that. So that's how it is. So open circulatory system is there. What kind of circulatory system is there, guys? Open circulatory system is there. Okay. Okay, so body cavity around viscera will have the blood and will have the coelom fluid. So this body cavity, for that you know that we have used the word hemocoel. Okay, okay, right. Now when you talk about the digestive tract, obviously it's going to be complete, right? Complete digestive tract will be there. Complete digestive tract will be there. And here bache, you will see crop and gizzard. Again, it's a PYQ, right? Right, last to last year the questions were like this. They were just in the question they mentioned the character that out of the following which one contains crop and gizzard in their digestive system. So in the case of these insects you will see this. Even in the birds we are going to see the crop and the gizzard, right? So it is the part of the digestive system. It is the part of the digestive system, the alimentary canal. So crop will store the grains, G for gizzard, G for grinder. It is going to grind that stored food, right? So for gizzard, we also use the word proventriculus. We also use the word proventriculus. Okay, we also use the word proventriculus. Clear, bache? Clear, bache? Sure? Yes? Okay, done, bache? So do not forget about it. Clear? Do not forget about it. Clear, bache? Clear, clear, clear. Yes, any doubt here? Any doubt here? Okay, so remember, when it comes to the blood, hemolymph it is, and that is white, that is colorless. Okay, so it is not playing any role in the oxygen transport, right? But it is colorless. colorless, right? In some aquatic forms, you will also see hemocyanin is there. That is blue color, right? That is blue colored. Cyanin word means copper is present there, right? Copper is present there. Is that clear? Is that clear? So in insects, you will see hemolymph, right, bache? No respiratory pigment like hemoglobin is there. So copper containing pigment hemocyanin is there in some arthropoda. Okay, bache? Okay, done, right? So this is the first phylum, right? This is the first phylum where we will see that there will be a proper respiratory system. Yes, it is the first phylum where we are going to see a proper respiratory system. Just even in Annelida, right? Directly through the body surface, the exchange of gases was there. So in the phylum Arthropoda, for the very first time in the animal kingdom, we will see that there will be the respiratory system. Just a tracheal system, a network of tubes, right? We'll see it in the case of insects, right? A network of tubes. A network of tubes, right? What will be there? A network of tubes will be there. Okay, students, like just say for an example, imagine that's a part of an insect. So they will have some pores, some openings. You can say some openings are present on the lateral side of their body. Imagine, right? Imagine a cockroach, right? Cockroach on its lateral side. On its lateral side, you will see some openings, right? You're going to see some pores, openings. Yeah, pores are there. And we will call it as spiracle. We will call it as spiracles, right? What are they? They are spiracles. What is the word, guys? It is spiracles, right? Spiracles are present there. What is present there, guys? Spiracles are present there through which air will enter or leave, right? So air will enter through the spiracle, then there will be a network of tubes like your trachea, tracheoles and all, and finally the air will reach to the body organ, right? Finally that air through these tubes will reach to the body organ. So blood, like in our case, we have the RBCs. RBCs are having that hemoglobin. That hemoglobin help in the transport of oxygen, yes or no? That hemoglobin helps in the transport of oxygen, yes or no? Yes, please tell me. That hemoglobin helps in the transport of oxygen, yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no? है ना? So here hemolymph is not going to play the role. Through the spiracle, the air will enter, right? And through this network of tubes, it will reach to the body organs, and here the diffusion will occur. Here the diffusion will occur. So again, it is also a PYQ. These spiracles, in the case of insects, they are compared with our nares, with our external nares. That's a PYQ. That's a previous year question. The spiracles which are present on the lateral side, right? In the cockroach, because it is the type study that we have to discuss. So in cockroach, total 10 pairs of spiracles are present. 2 pairs are in thorax. Again, students, previous year question it is. And 8 pairs are there in the abdomen. So air will enter through it. Air will enter through it. So tracheal system is there. Understood? Tracheal system is there. Understood? Yes, bache? Yes. So even in some arthropods, you will see gills are there. In some cases, you will see book gills are there. In some cases, we will see book lungs are there. Right? So they all are the respiratory organs. Say for an example, if I'm talking about the gills, you will see it in the case of prawn. You will see it in the case of prawn. Right, bache? So book gills are present in king crab. Right? Book gills are present in king crab. And this king crab is limulus. It is the living fossil. Right? It is the living fossil. So you know that when do we say an organism is a living fossil? When they possess the characters, the old characters, the characters of the individual or the organisms that are extinct, right? That are fossilized. So they possess some primitive characters, right? They have some primitive characters. The characters which are now what? Which were there in the extinct or the fossilized organisms. Okay? Okay, living fossil. And then what do we have? We have the book lungs as well. So when you talk about the book lungs, so you will see book lungs in the case of arachnids, like scorpion is having this. Okay? Okay. Okay, so in the case of insects, we will see the tracheal system is there for the respiration. Yes, the tracheal system is there for the respiration, and this is what you need to remember. This is what you need to remember. Done, bache? Done. Now when it comes to the excretory system. Yes, so now when it comes to the excretory system, yes, when you talk about what? When you talk about the excretory system, so you will see Malpighian tubules. Yes, bache. In insects, that's what we are going to see, right? What will be there? Malpighian tubules will be there. What will be there? Malpighian tubules will be there. Yes, what will be there? Malpighian tubules will be there, right? You will see it in the case of insects, right? You will see it in the case of insects. What will be there? Malpighian tubules will be there. Okay, okay. Yes, so it is not just the only thing. Antennary glands for the excretion, please write down. Antennary glands, which are also known as the preen glands. Green glands. Preen glands are there in birds, right? Antennary glands or green glands. This is important. It's a previous year question. Okay? In the case of prawn. And coxal glands. Scorpion, spider, they are having the coxal glands. Okay, bache? Done? Yes? Is it clear? So when you talk about the head, see, again and again I'm telling you, head, thorax, abdomen will be there. So here you will see high degree of cephalization. What is the meaning of word cephalization? Which is cephal is the word, means head. It is associated with head, right? So it is about the head formation. Okay, it is about the head formation. Clear, bache? It is about the head formation. Understood? So high degree of cephalization will be there. Okay, high degree of cephalization you will see in the case of arthropoda. Okay, chaliye. So let's revise it quickly from the NCERT. And yes, definitely the sense organs will be there, right, bache? The balancing organ will be there. Okay, so let's focus it. So what are they saying? This is the largest phylum of Animalia. So it includes insect. So over 2/3 of all the named species on earth, they are arthropods, right? Over 2/3 of, yes, over 2/3 of all the named species on earth are arthropods, right? What are they? They are arthropods. Do highlight it in your book. Yes, so they have organ system level of organization. What do they have? They have organ system level of organization. They are bilaterally symmetrical. They are triploblastic, right? Segmented and coelomate animals. They are bilaterally symmetrical. Yes, bache. Triploblastic, segmented and coelomate animals. So body is covered by a chitinous exoskeleton. A very important question. Head, thorax and abdomen is there. And I told you in some cases you will see head and thorax. It is fused and we will see the cephalothorax. We will see the cephalothorax. So they have the jointed appendages. What do they have? They have the jointed appendages. Okay, jointed appendages are present there. So respiratory organs are gills, book gills are also there, book lungs are also there, and there will be the tracheal system. There will be the tracheal system. Clear? So circulatory system, as I said, it will be of open type. Sensory organs like antenna, eyes, stetocyst, which is a balancing organ, it is present. So here they have just mentioned Malpighian tubules, but you please do not forget about the antennary glands, also known as green glands, and coxal glands, right? Do not forget about it. Antennary glands and the coxal glands. So mostly dioecious. Dioecious means they are what? They are unisexual. Okay, they are unisexual. So fertilization is usually internal. So you cannot say that always it is internal, usually internal. Understood? Usually internal. So mostly they are oviparous, egg-laying, development may be direct or indirect. So here also you will see metamorphosis will be there. Metamorphosis will be there in the case of insects. We discuss it in detail. Okay. Metamorphosis. Understood? Yes. So let's talk about the economically important insects. They are playing different roles. We get the useful products from them. Even they spread the diseases. Okay. Even they spread the diseases. Just say for an example, you people can see honeybee, right? Honeybee, Apis. So it is having different species. Apis indica, Apis dorsetta is there, right? So there different species are there. Apis in honeybee. You're talking about the honeybee, right? So you know na honeybee, its rearing is done, right? That is basically the what is this? What do we call it? Apiculture. Yes, we call that as apiculture, right? This bombyx, silkworm, then lessifer, from which the lac will be obtained. Okay, so when you talk about the vectors, the one that spread the diseases, right? Just say Anopheles. You know that female Anopheles will spread Plasmodium, right? Female Anopheles will spread Plasmodium. Okay, it spreads malarial parasite. It spreads malarial parasite, right? Then you have the Culex and the Aedes, right? Culex and the Aedes. Okay, you know that these mosquitoes, they are involved in spreading the dengue, the filariasis, etc, etc. So now that's your homework. That's your homework. You people will tell me that Culex is going to spread this and that, Aedes is going to spread this and that, right? I told you about the female Anopheles. Then gregarious pest. Gregarious in Hindi means bache milansar, gregarious. Basically here, what's the point, right? When you are talking about the gregarious pest, we have the example of locusta, locust. Right. Just say you might know about the locust swarm. So they move together in groups. Okay, they'll move together in groups, right? So during that COVID time, one news was there. These locust swarms, they attack the fields, right? They damage the crops. Yes. Do you remember that? So locust swarms. Okay, bache. So it's basically they move in group. Okay, right? They move in group. Done, bache. So it's a gregarious pest. So gregarious in Hindi means milansar. Okay. Done. Done. Right. So जैसे we use the word solitary. Solitary माने the one that will occur singly, not in groups. They will be in groups. Okay. Right. Then living fossil, limulus. I already told you about it. So here you guys can see on this head part having the compound eye. Right, bache, right, and the ommatidium, you guys can see the ommatidium which will provide the mosaic vision. Okay, right. So after arthropoda, which phylum are we going to discuss? After arthropoda, which phylum are we going to discuss? Tell me quickly. Which phylum are we going to discuss after arthropoda? Quick. Yes. Of course, we will talk about the phylum Mollusca. We will talk about the, phylum Mollusca. So this phylum is the second largest phylum of animal kingdom. Right, this phylum is the second largest phylum of animal kingdom, Mollusca. Shell-bearing organisms. Right, bache? What kind of organisms we are going to see here? Shell-bearing organism. Right. I think you all have seen snail, land snail. Right, snail. It is having that shell na. So we will discuss the shell-bearing organism under this particular phylum, that is Mollusca. Okay. So organisms, they are terrestrial as well as aquatic. Right. So aquatic mein they can be marine or freshwater. Right. They can be marine or freshwater. Okay. So they are having an, yes, they are having an organ system level of organization. They are also having an organ system level of organization. So students, what are we talking? We are talking about the second largest phylum of animal kingdom, that is your Mollusca. That is your Mollusca. Okay. right? That is your mollusca. Now, here also you will see very amazing characters, right? So obviously they are triploblastic. So mostly these mollusca, they are unsegmented. But there is an exception. That exception is your Neopilina. And this Neopilina is a segmented mollusk. Right, bache? It is a segmented mollusca. Okay, this Neopilina is what? It is a segmented mollusca. Is that clear? Is that clear? Is that clear? Yes. So mollusca, they are unsegmented, right? But we have an exception that is important, of course, right? The example of the segmented mollusca, that is your Neopilina. Now, bache, they are mostly bilaterally symmetrical. But, yes, there is a but here. So they are mostly bilaterally symmetrical. But some are secondarily asymmetrical. Yes. Some are secondarily asymmetrical. What is the meaning of this line? Anybody in the class? What is the meaning of this line? Okay, few are secondarily asymmetrical. Yes, secondarily asymmetrical. Yes, please. Do you know about it? Secondarily asymmetrical. Some are secondarily asymmetrical. And why? Due to torsion. Or you can say that twisting. Yes, this torsion and twisting we will see in the case of mollusca. You have an example of snails as well, right? You have the example of snail. So what am I saying? That few are, right? I'm not saying all. I'm saying few are, right? Few are asymmetrical and secondarily, right, bache? Secondarily. Yes. Yes, bache. So basically, what is this torsion or twisting? Just consider the example of snail, right? Just consider the example of snail. It's something like that. I know the diagram is not up to the mark, but see, still, if you remember that, like here you have the snail, the shell, right? So all the body organs, in the case of the snail, you will see that the body organs are present here in this shell, the viscera, right? So basically, there is a class in phylum mollusca, that is gastropoda. So in this particular class, during larval development, right? During what? During larval development, what will happen? Torsion will happen. Torsion will occur. This twisting will occur. So in this twisting, what's going to happen? In this twisting, yes, bache? Please tell me, in this twisting, what is going to happen? It is basically during the larval stages. So the visceral mass means all the body organs, right? The viscera, visceral mass, even the mantle. We will discuss about this mantle, right? So like muscular foot, mantle, visceral hump, all that things we are going to discuss here in mollusca. So what's going to happen here, bache? The visceral mass, even the mantle, and that shell, right? And that shell, it rotates at 180 degree with respect to the head and foot, right? It is going to rotate at 180 degree counterclockwise with respect to the head and the foot, right? So basically the agenda is to fit in the right visceral mass here. Okay, so torsion will be there. That's why we are saying some are secondarily asymmetrical. So during larval stages, we will see the torsion or the twisting in the case of mollusca. Is that clear? Yes, so see, it is written, a body is covered by a calcareous shell and is unsegmented with a distinct head, muscular foot and the visceral hump. So when you are talking about the visceral hump, you are talking about all the body organs there. And yes, you should know about the exception, that is Neopelina, which is a segmented mollusca. Okay, which is a segmented mollusca. Any doubt here? Any doubt here? So here we can say, when we divide the body parts, right, when we divide the body parts, so we can say that anteriorly there is a head. Yes, we can say that anteriorly head is there with sense organs, yes. Then there is the visceral mass, visceral hump or visceral mass, having all the body organs. Yes or no? It is having the visceral mass, having all the body organs, right? Right, so you can say that dorsal visceral mass or visceral hump, having all body organs, and ventral muscular foot is there. Ventral muscular foot is there for what? Of course, for the locomotion. Of course, for the locomotion. So what are you talking? You are talking about the mollusca. Okay, okay. So now when you talk about this visceral hump, let's say this is the visceral hump. Just imagine this is the visceral hump. So over this visceral hump, there is a soft and spongy layer, right? That is known as mantle or pallium. You should know that is known as mantle, right? Mantle or pallium. Okay? So soft and spongy layer of skin form a mantle or pallium over the visceral hump. This point is important. So it's a thin fleshy fold, right? This is a soft, spongy, thin, fleshy fold over the visceral hump. Yes, over the visceral hump, bache, that's the mantle. This is important. This is very, very, very important. Okay? Okay? Yes. Okay? So now the space in between this mantle and the visceral hump, this space, bache, it is the mantle cavity. Okay, it is the mantle cavity. So do not confuse it in between the space between the shell and mantle. No, it is the space in between the mantle and the visceral hump. It is the space in between the mantle and the visceral hump. And now this mantle, it is the one that will release that calcareous shell. Okay, it is the one that will release the calcareous shell. So it is important. Yes, bache, it is important. So it is the one that will do what? That will release the calcareous shell. Okay. So this shell is having calcium carbonate and obviously the protein will be there. So do you know the name of that protein? Yes. Do you know the name of that protein? Do you know the name of that protein? Calcium carbonate is there, and conchylin protein. Okay. This protein is also present here. Okay, so mantle is going to secrete that. Mantle is going to secrete that. This is important. You should know about it. Okay, bache, you should know about it. Understood? Sure? Okay, so here also digestive tract. When you talk about the digestive system or digestive tract, it is going to be complete. But one thing that you need to remember here is, right, the question can come directly from this part. So digestive tract is complete, bache, and in the buccal cavity there is a rasping organ. What is there? There is a rasping organ that is known as radula. That is known as radula, right? Radula. It's just like a okay, it's just like a grater, right? Just say we use the grater in kitchen now to grate something, to grate ginger or something, right? So it's just like a grater. Okay, so it is in the buccal cavity, this rasping organ. Okay, having the transverse rows of teeth. So we used to dissect pila. Yeah, when I was doing my graduation, so it was there. The pila dissection was there. It was the part of our syllabus. So it's very difficult to dissect pila, and even we were not able to do it properly. to be very honest. So our first task to break that shell, you know, na pila, apple, snail. So we have to break that operculum, right? Then we have to bring that soft bodied animal outside, right bache? And then we have to get that radiolite. We used to do it, and we used to it was very difficult for us to dissect pila, to be very honest. Okay, so it is a rasping organ. Radiolite is there in the buccal cavity, you should know about it. Okay, it is there in the buccal cavity, you should know about it. Okay, so it is having the transverse rows of teeth. So anus is also there, and that anus will open into the mental cavity, into this mental cavity. Understood? Yes. Any doubt here? Any doubt here? Now one more thing. Okay, so see, mantle is given here, space between the hemp and mental is mental cavity. So see this thing, feather like gills are present. This is again important. So now you need to note down one more word, that is tenidia. Right? You need to note down one more word, that is tenidia. Tenidia. It is for feather like gills. Right? It is for feather like gills. So singular is tenidium. They are feather like. They are very thin. They are feather like gills. Right? Feather like gills, tenidia. So bache, here it is not just meant for respiration plus excretion. Matlab through the tenidia, respiration and even excretion was possible. So again is possible. So again it is a previous year question. Okay, again it is a previous year question. Okay bache. Okay, so respiration is usually by this feather like gill, right? But it is also meant for excretion. Okay, so yes, done. So usually gills will be there, and this is also there in the mental cavity. Okay, it is also there in the mental cavity. Okay, done. But bache, in the case of pila, this example is given in NCERT, pila, which is also known as apple snail. In this case, we have pulmonary sac. On land, it will use pulmonary sac, a kind of lung for the respiration, right? For the respiration. And there is one more example here. Jaise ye dekho, pila, apple snail. It will P for pila, P for pulmonary sac. And the dentalium is given a dentalium, tusk shell. So it uses mantle for respiration, right? Not tenidia, but mantle for respiration. You guys can write down. Okay, you people can write it down. Is that clear? Is that clear? Yes. Okay, so they have respiratory and excretory function. ठीक है जी. Sensory tentacles are there, I told you. Mouth will have the radula, usually dioecious, oviparous with indirect development, means larval stages are there. But here again, one more important question. When you talk about the blood vascular system, yes, when we talk about the blood vascular system, so again students, it is of open type. It is of open type, but we have exceptions here, right? But the exception is there. So exception may you have cephalopod. Exception may cephalopoda is there. Cephalopods are there, right? So when you talk about the exception here, what do you have? You have cephalopoda, right? You have cephalopoda when you talk about the exception. So cephalopoda में जैसे octopus, ठीक है, loligo, sepia. So they have closed circulatory system. What do they have, students? What do they have? They have closed circulatory system. Okay, what do they have? They have closed circulatory system. Cephalopoda. Okay, octopus, loligo, sepia. Octopus, loligo and sepia. Okay, so important it is. So they are aquatic mostly. So here you will see blue colored blood. Why? Because hemocyanin is there. Hemocyanin is there, right? What is there? Hemocyanin is there, right? Hemocyanin is there. So blue colored pigment it is. It contains copper. Okay, it contains copper. Copper containing pigment. Hemocyanin is present there. Okay, bache. Thank you, Rahul. Right? Any doubt? Any doubt? Sure? Okay, doubt? Do you have any doubt? Okay, so now bache, when you talk about the excretory organ, so excretory organs may one or two pairs of Cabers organ. What's the word? Cabers organ. Cabers organ, which is also known as organ of Bojanus. Okay, organ of Bojanus, and it will also open into the mental cavity. Okay, okay, so one or two pairs of Cabers organ, okay, bache, or organ of Bojanus, and that will open into the mental cavity. Okay, bache, yes. Any doubt? Any doubt? So sensory organs may, as I said, there will be tentacles, right? Tentacles will be there, and bache, there is osphradium also. That is also present here. Osphradium. It is chemoreceptor, right? It is chemoreceptor. Will detect the chemical nature of the water. Osphradium, right? It's a chemoreceptor, olfactory receptor, right? So it will tell the chemical nature of the water. Okay, and here also you will talk about the stetocyst, which is the balancing organ. Right, we will also talk about the stetocyst, which is the balancing organ. Done, bache? Okay. Okay. Yes. Clear? Sure. So here you guys can see the foot, the mental. Look at this picture. Look at this picture, bache. Digestive gland. This is that mental, unsegmented, bilaterally symmetrical body. Pair of tentacles and ocelli is at the base. Okay, so rasping radial organ is there in the buccal cavity. This is the osphrdia, which is a chemoreceptor. This is the feather-like gills. Tinidia is there. Right, tinidia is there. So this is the visceral hump actually. It is the visceral hump actually. Okay. Ye dekho, look at this picture. Gill, foot, mantle, the muscles. Yes. Yes, Rahul, you can see this video. Okay, so this is the apple's name. Okay, now bache, ye dekho, pearl. You see, we have one example of pink tada. I'm not saying this is pink tada, I'm just giving you one example. That is a pearl oyster. Okay, so pearl formation is there in the mollusk. Pearl formation, in Hindi we call it moti. They are very expensive. Okay, so pearl farming. Right, it is also a very good business, right, bache? People do cultivate these mollusks, right, bache, for the pearl farming, and that is very, you can say that that is very, what can I say, like sometimes it, I feel very bad to see that how we are hurting animals to get the benefits. Just in the pearl farming, what we have to do, firstly understand how that pearl formation is there. Basically, if there is any impurity or any foreign particle, if it enters in the mollusca body, right, they will release a layer, nacre. Right, nacre, whatever you want to say, right? What is the name of the layer? What is the name of the layer? It is nacre, right बच्चे, necker layer or necker, it is also known as the mother of pearl. So basically if there is any impurity, right, मतलब deliberately those who go for the pearl farming, they deliberately inject the impurities within the mollusk body. So obviously the immune system, the defense system will also work. So if there is any impurity or any foreign particle within the mollusk body, right, molluscan, they will start releasing a layer, that is necker layer, which is also known as the mother of pearl. Okay, so what's going to happen, this layer will form around, right, this layer will form around this impurity, and with the time we will get that. I'm not basically discussing this thing in detail. So with time you will get that, what, that pearl, right? So naturally, like let's say when it comes to the pearl farming, then the setup is in such a way. I have seen one video, you guys can also see that in that setup, like the mollusca, all the mollusca, they are placed in such a way that the impurities, firstly they'll be deliberately injected in the mollusca body, and they'll be rotated in this way, so that when they release the necker, it should form a circular layer, so that we can get a proper rounded kind of pearl. But naturally when we get the pearls, they are not they don't have that proper rounded shape. It can be oval, it can have some other layer. So basically when the impurity enter in the molluscan body, then they will release this layer. Okay, and with time it will form the pearl. Is that clear? Yes. Okay, so on the basis of shell, foot, we classify them, these mollusca, but these all are the important points that you people should know. Okay, so nervous system will definitely be there. They will contain ganglia, right, bache, and all. So this is what you people need to know. So do you have any doubt here? Yes. Do you have any doubt here? Do you have any doubt here? Okay. So let's talk about the examples here. So just say Neopilina. I told you now, it is an unsegmented mollusca. What is it? It is an unsegmented mollusca. This Neopilina. Okay. So it is also a living fossil. And it is a connecting link. Yes, it is a connecting link in between Annelida and mollusca. Do remember this. It is a connecting link in between Annelida and mollusca. Okay, in between Annelida and mollusca. And students, it's not mandatory that all the molluscans, they will have shell. No, it's not mandatory. Some are without shell, some are having internal shell. Okay, bache, some contain internal shells, some are without shells. Okay, yes, okay, okay. So do you know the examples here? Yes, bache, do you know the examples here? This in the case of octopus, shell is absent. You can write it down. Octopus, closed circulatory system, and the shell is absent here. Shell is what, bache? In the case of octopus, the shell is what? The shell is absent here. Is that clear? Is that clear? Is that clear? Sure. So now when you talk about the octopus, right? So they are having 8 arms, right? Like on the basis of number of arms also we used to differentiate, or octopus, sepia and loligo, we will discuss that. So it is having closed circulatory system, shell is absent, and in the case of male you will see that the third arm of the male is modified in such a way, right, to inject the sperm within the female body, right? So this is the octopus. Shell is absent. Okay, shell is absent here. Clear, bache? Clear? Shell is absent here. Done. Now let's talk about the, and yes, how can I forget? Octopus is also known as the devilfish. So even octopus is not a true fish. I'll give you one example. Just say I missed one example from arthropoda, that is lepisma. Lepisma is known as the silverfish. Lepisma, it is known as the silverfish. It belongs to arthropoda. Yes, it belongs to arthropoda, lepisma. What's that? It is the silverfish. Okay, it is the silverfish. Okay, so now what's the point here? They say you might have seen when you go to the library, right, when you pick up the books which are very, very, very old, you will see a kind of silver kind of very small insect, right? Even in your books, if you do not open them frequently, you people will find it, right? And not just in the books, in your clothes also, right? In your almirah, if you don't clean it daily, if you let the clothes like this for a long time, then you will see this silver kind of insect, that is lepisma. We call it as silverfish. Again, it's a false fish, it's not a true fish. Why? Because true fishes, they belong to the superclass Pisces. They belong to the superclass Pisces. Okay? So same way, this octopus, it is also not a true fish. So octopus is known as devilfish. Octopus is known as devilfish. Again, it is not a true fish. Okay? Now let's talk about the loligo, which is also known as squid. Right? Which is also known as squid. Okay? Yes? Done, bache? Okay, so now let's talk about the loligo. So, 1 minute. So, pink tada done, pila done, sepia, loligo. But sepia and loligo, it shows a resemblance. Just loligo, squid, right? Loligo is known as squid. Actually, in the case of loligo, what will you see? First of all, do remember this. Here, in the case of loligo, radula is absent. Okay, radula is absent. So, in the case of loligo, for its defense, it releases a kind of ink, right? It forms a kind of cloud to escape from the enemy. Loligo. That's why we are using the word squid here, right? So, it is going to, right, when it is it faces any enemy, it is going to emit a cloud of black ink, right? It will release a kind of cloud of black ink so that it can escape from the enemy. Okay, so loligo, it resembles with the sepia, but in the case of loligo, matlab body structure, जैसे here you will see in the case of loligo, the body will be like this. The body will be like this. Okay, you can check the picture. Loligo. Okay, so it is loligo. The fin will be like this. Now, when you talk about the sepia, which is also known as the cuttlefish, in the case of sepia, the body will be like this, right? So, on the basis of that, sepia is known as cuttlefish. Okay, this one is squid, this one is cuttlefish. So, it looks like this, right? It looks like this. That's how we can differentiate them. Okay, right? And they are also having what? Closed circulatory system. Okay, closed circulatory system. Or sepia mein bache, the shell is internal, right? Sepia, shell is internal. Is that clear? What kind of shell do they have? The shell is internal. Any doubt? Yes. Do you have any doubt? Do you have any doubt? Sure? Sure? Okay. Baki bache, ketopleura chitin is there. So when we look at this chitin now on the body, you will see 8 plates are there like this. The structure is something like this. Dentalium is the tusk shell. Aplysia is the C here. So yes, examples are important. Okay, examples are important. Okay, so even the pila, even this aplysia, they both are, right? This pila and aplysia, they both are asymmetrical. They both are asymmetrical. Okay, done. Chaliye. So pink tada done. Next is bache echinodermata. But before that, for this mollusca, you have a trick. They say people of Paris save light, current on all days. Right? You can use this trick to remember the examples. Okay? You can use this trick to remember the examples. Okay? Fine. चलिए. So next is echinodermata, spiny bodied animals, right? Echinodermata, echinodermata, spiny bodied animals. Okay. Now बच्चे, this phylum is also of the organisms which are exclusively marine, means you will only get them in the marine water, right? Plus here you will see that in this phylum it is heartless, excretory systemless, brainless. You'll see this. You'll see the many primitive feature here in this particular phylum. Okay, you know it already that when we talk about the adult, right, they'll show radial symmetry, but when we talk about the larva here, right, it is going to show bilateral symmetry. It is going to show bilateral symmetry. Are you getting my point? So adult will show radial symmetry, larva will show bilateral symmetry, and as I said, they are exclusively marine. Now the characters of the echinoderms that resembles with the chordata, they are, here you will see bache, they are enterocoelomates. Okay, they are enterocoelomates. You know na, when we talk about the coelom, schizocoelomates and enterocoelomates are there. So they are what? They are enterocoelomates. That's the first word. What's the first word here, bache? That they are enterocoelomates. Then next thing is that they are also deuterostomous. Do you remember deuterostomous? Yes. So deuterostomous, bad is the trick that blastopore will form the anus first. Blastopore will form the anus first. And bache, we will see mesodermal endoskeleton here. I'm not using the word exoskeleton here, but mesodermally derived endoskeleton here. So these are the features that resemble with what? With the chordata. And obviously the best example that you can right now remember is starfish, right? Starfish. So in the case of starfish, you will see they are dioecious. But you cannot just look at it and you can say that this one is male or female. Like in the case of humans also, sexual dimorphism is here. We can say this one is male, this one is female, but here nothing like that. Nothing like that. And in their case, the anus is on the dorsal part, actually. Right? The anus is on the dorsal part. Okay. Okay. So what are we talking? We are talking about the echinoderms. Right? What are we talking, students? We are going to talk about the echinoderms now. Spiny bodied. Yes. Spiny bodied animals. Yes. Spiny skinned animals having different shapes. Okay. Having different shapes. Even they are also unsegmented. Right? So they have an endoskeleton of calcareous ossicles, hence the name echinodermata, spiny bodied. So they are also unsegmented, my dear students. Okay, so all are marine means exclusively marine. So, right, you know there are 3 phylums. I'm not talking about the subphylums, my dear students. There are 3 phylums of exclusively marine organisms, and that is your phylum Ctenophora, your echinodermata, and your hemichordata. Okay, these 3 subphylums here, the organisms are exclusively marine. What are they? They are exclusively marine. Okay. Okay, so triploblastic coelomate, digestive system is complete. Mouth is on the ventral side and anus is on the upper, that is on the dorsal side. Okay, so now what do they have, bache? They have the water vascular system. Right, they have the water vascular system, which is also known as ambulacral system. Right, they have the water vascular system, and this system is also known as ambulacral system. Right, bache, this system is also known as ambulacral system. What do they have? They have water vascular system. They have water vascular system, which is also known as ambulacral system. Okay, so do not confuse it with porifera. Poriferans, they are having water canal system. Poriferans are having water canal system. But here what do you have? You have water vascular system. Here what do you have? You have water vascular system. Is that clear? Water vascular system. Is that clear? So just have a look. Ye dekho. Right? So look at the arms here. This is the ring canal, right? So here, bache, you will see there is a sieve-like structure. Okay, we call it as madreporite. Madreporite. Okay, so then there will be this canal. The water will enter. Right, so look at the arms here. Look at the arms here. Here you will see the radial canals. Okay, so with these radial canals, if you will focus, you will see a structure like this. Right, this is basically the tube foot, your tube feet. Okay, okay. Look at this, right? Tube foot, foot, ampulla, this part, this is the podium. Look at the arrangement here. Okay, look at the arrangement here. So they have what? They have the water vascular system. So radial symmetry is there. Body is overall differently shaped, star-like, cylindrical, melon-like. Okay, so and even you know that they do not have a distinct head. So definitely here you will see many primitive features, but there are advanced features as well. Right, there are advanced features as well. So they do not have what? They do not have the distinct head. Okay, they do not have the distinct head. Clear, bache? Okay, so skin is having calcareous spines. Okay, so calcareous endoskeleton is also there, which is the dermal ossicle. So they are, right, they are having some minute structures, say something like this on their body. Now they have very minute structures, so we use the word pedicellariae for that. Right, bache? So these are minute structures that will remove the debris from their body. Right, debris. If there is any debris or residual things on their body, so these are minute pencil-like structure, pedicellariae. Right, bache? Minute pencil-like structure, pedicellariae, ciliae. That are basically on their body. Is that clear? Is that clear? Sure. Okay. Okay, right? Okay, so water-lateral system, ambulacral system is important. That will help in locomotion, even capturing the food, transport of food, excretion or respiration. It is going to have. It is having the tube feet, further stone canals and everything is there, but definitely we are not going to discuss that. And bache, they have gills, right? For the respiration, they have gills called dermal branchiae. They have gills called dermal branchiae for respiration. Understood? For what? For respiration. Clear, bache? For what? For respiration. Understood? Sure. So it is a very unique feature here. Sexes are separate, reproduction is sexual. So dekho, excretory system is not there. That's why I'm saying they have no heart, no brain, no excretory system. So it is heartless, brainless, no excretory system is there. Right? Heartless, brainless and no excretory system is there. Okay, bache? Okay. Done. So Asterius is your starfish, Echinus is your sea urchin, Antedon, sea lily, Cucumeria, sea cucumber, Ophiura is the brittle star. Ophiura is the brittle star. Okay, right? Done? Any doubt? Okay. So, bache, I'll give you one example here. This is starfish na. It is having the property of autotomy, matlab great power of regeneration. I'll explain it. Right, great power of regeneration. Like let's say for the defense purpose, if let's say if there is any predator, there is any enemy, if that enemy will try to hold the arm of the starfish, now starfish will be like, you take it bro, right, I'll regrow the another one. I'll regrow the another one. Starfish is like, I'm not interested in any battle or something, right? You are holding my arm, you please take it, I'll regrow the one. So yes, some echinoderms, they have great power of regeneration as well. Okay, okay, they have great power of regeneration as well. Okay, Anji, doubt? So respiration में gills known as dermal branchiae, remember that. In some cases you will see genital bursae as well, like in brittle star. So mainly you remember about the gills. Okay. Done. So as I said, circulatory system, but it will be of open type, right? And it is greatly reduced. Okay, greatly reduced. So you will see no heart here, no heart here. Remember this, they do not have the heart. Is that clear? They do not have the heart. Okay, so circulatory system is greatly reduced, it is of open type, right? So they don't have the respiratory pigment, no heart is present there, not even the excretory organ. Okay, not even the excretory organ, and not even the brain, right? Not even the brain. No brain, no heart, no excretory organ. No brain, no heart, no excretory organ. Okay, done बच्चे. चलिए, and you know, they show different properties, जैसे cucumeria, right? Whenever they face any enemy or something, they just eject out all the visceral organs. So nature is amazing, trust me. These organisms, they are amazing. Okay, so this is about the echinodermata. Next is, so do not forget the examples. Next is your hemichordata. Hemi means half. Hemichordata. They are also considered as the as a connecting link in between chordates and the non-chordates. Hemichordata, right? Even some organisms from hemichordata, initially they were placed in phylum Chordata, but right, why? Because they have a structure known as stomochord. Right, they have a structure known as stomochord. So this stomochord was confused with the notochord. Okay, so as I said, this hemichordata was earlier considered as a subphylum under phylum Chordata, right? But now it is a separate phylum. Okay, now it is a separate phylum. So see this, these organisms, they also look like a worm. Okay, they also look like a worm. So they have, why? Because they have a rudimentary means rudiments, means remaining parts. Rudimentary structure in the collar region called stomochord, a structure similar to notochord. So on the basis of the stomochord, they were kept under phylum Chordata, but later on, right, when this were studied further, so they got to know that they are not the chordates. Okay, so stomochord is present there. Okay, right? Right, so this stomochord is considered as the hollow outgrowth from the gut. Okay, so it is there in the collar region, right? So it is the hollow outgrowth from the gut. It is the hollow outgrowth, right? Hollow outgrowth from the gut, right, bache? So it is called the stomochord, right? It is called the stomochord, and it is also referred to as buccal diverticulum. So it was considered as notochord initially, but it is not. Okay, it is not. Done, bache? Bache, let me complete the hemichordata part, then I'll give you a break. Okay? Sorry. So here also worm-like marine animals are there. So again, as I said, organisms are exclusively marine here. They are exclusively marine here. Bilaterally symmetrical, triploblastic, body cylindrical. It is having anteriorly proboscis, right? A collar region and a long trunk. Okay, circulatory system is again here of open type. Respiration is through the gills, bache, and excretory organ is the proboscis gland. Note down, right? Please note down. Okay, so they are worm-like. They don't have any proper locomotory appendages. Okay, done. So do not forget about the stomochord part. So they have the gills, or you can say that gill slits are there. Okay, numerous pairs of gill slits are there. Fine. Okay. So proboscis gland is for the excretion. Please do not forget it. Done? Right? Proboscis gland is for the excretion. So this proboscis gland is sometimes referred to as glomerulus. Okay, glomerulus. So balanoglossus and secoglossus is the example. So it is also known as the acorn worm or tongue worm. So it is the connecting link in between the chordata and non-chordates. It is considered as a connecting link in between chordates and non-chordates. Okay. Okay. Right. So connecting link between non-chordate and chordate. So do remember this, and bas, that's it. Done, bache? So their blood is colorless. They have a vanadium. There is a pigment called vanadium which is present, but chalo, not required for you. Okay, so this is the proboscis, having the proboscis gland, also known as glomerulus, for the excretion. So next is the phylum chordata. Okay, next is the phylum chordata, and let's start it after the break. And for phylum chordata, we will just stick to NCERT. Right? We are not going to discuss anything extra. We will just stick to NCERT. So let's have a break. Let's have a break for 15 minutes. Okay, let's meet at 8:30. Then in one go we will finish it. Right, then in one go we will finish it. We don't have anything extra to discuss here. Okay, Pankaj, that question will not come in NEET. Okay. Okay, so I hope now I'm perfectly audible. I hope now I'm perfectly audible. So, bache, when you talk about the phylum Chordata, chord, eta, right? So here you are talking about a string. To have a string. What is the word? The term is chordata. So chorda is the word here, right? Chordata. So chorda is the word here, which means a thick string. Eta means to have that thick string, right, bache? So when you talk about the chordata, phylum chordata, here organisms are going to have a thick string, and that is the notochord, right? That is the notochord. Okay, bache? So when we were discussing the basis of classification, then also I discussed this part. So notochord is what? Notochord is a mesodermally derived. What is notochord? It is a mesodermally derived. Yes, bache, mesodermally derived rod-like structure. Mesodermally derived rod-like structure, right, bache? So rod-like flexible structure it is, notochord, notochord. So when you talk about the phylum Chordata, all the organisms, they should have notochord either in their larval stages or in adult stages, or it can persist throughout the life. But basically the main point here is that they should have this notochord. Okay, they should have this notochord in their lifespan, right? So when you talk about the phylum Chordata, right, remember there are 4 basic characters that all the chordates should have. What should be there? There should be 4 basic characters that all the chordates should have. What should be there? 4 basic characters. Are you getting my point? 4 basic characters that all the chordates should have. So first thing is the presence of notochord. Yes. Then bache, in the case of chordata, what will you see? That there will be the nerve cord, but that will be on the dorsal side. So dorsal hollow nerve cord will be there, right? Remember I told you in the case of non-chordates, it will be on the ventral side, it will be solid, it will be double. But here it will be on the dorsal side, hollow nerve cord. Okay? And then there will be these are the 4 basic characters. Do not include that heart is ventral here. These are the 4 basic characters that I'm writing here. Then there is the presence of pharyngeal gill slits, right? And then you have the presence of post-anal tail. Then what do you have? You have the presence of post-anal tail. So these are the 4 basic characters of chordate, right? What is this? What is this? These are the 4 basic characters of chordates, right? Right, 4 basic characters of chordate, right, bache? Yes. So presence of notochord, dorsal hollow nerve cord, paired pharyngeal gill slits, and there is the post-anal tail. Okay, post-anal tail. Okay, okay. Yes. Clear or not? So it is notochord, solid, unjoined, stiff, but flexible. Okay, but flexible, notochord. Okay, 4 basic characters. Now look at this diagram. Look at this diagram. Just here, nerve cord. As I said, it is on the dorsal side. It is hollow, right? And just below this nerve cord, this is the notochord here. Yes, this is the notochord here. Okay, so when you talk about this notochord, as I said, bache, it is solid, unjointed, stiff, but flexible. So it is located. Yes, bache. See, जैसे ये देखो, this is the notochord here. This is the notochord here. So just below this nerve cord and above the alimentary canal. So you can say that the notochord is present. Yes, you can say that the notochord is present in between nerve cord and alimentary canal. In between nerve cord and alimentary canal. Okay, so it is present in between nerve cord and alimentary canal. Okay, done, bache? Yes, clear? Okay, so then nerve cord, I told you already, so it will be dorsal hollow. Okay, so it is developed from the ectoderm. It is developed from the, in the chordate embryo, it develops from the ectoderm. Okay, it develops from what, bache? It is developed from the ectoderm. Okay, yes, so it is dorsal hollow and definitely it is fluid filled. Remember this, it is fluid filled, and this is something unique to the chordates, that here the nerve cord is non-ganglionated. We do not have the ganglia here. So this ganglionated nerve cord is a unique character of chordates, right? Non-ganglionated nerve cord is a unique character of chordates. Is that clear? It is a unique character of chordates. Is that clear? Yes, is that clear? Sure. So ectoderm is going to form this. Ectoderm is going to form the nerve cord. Okay. Okay. So now see these gill slits. Always remember they are paired. They are paired. They are not singly present. They are paired. They are present on the lateral side. So they are the paired gill slits, right? Right. So they are the pharyngeal. In the pharyngeal region, you will see this, and they are the paired gill slits. Is that clear? Is that clear? So these are the openings leading from the lateral side from pharynx to the exterior. Okay. So it helps in filter feeding in some invertebrates, in respiration in aquatic vertebrates, right, bache? So lower forms to acquire it throughout the life, but then in the lower organisms, lower invertebrates, you will see it will persist throughout the life, but in higher organisms, it will further get modified for the jaw support, right? For supporting the jaw, for hearing, and for other functions. Okay, bache? Okay. Yes. Right? Yes, bache. So then comes the post-anal tail. So post-anal tail mein there will be no viscera, right? But here you will see the muscles, the nerve vessels, the blood vessels will be there, but viscera will not be there. Okay, but viscera will not be there. Okay, bache, right? Yes, so different functions are there. Obviously in aquatic species it will produce the propulsive force. Okay, so the tail is reduced or absent in the adults of some chordates. So this is about the 4 basic characters. So no doubt in the NCERT a comparison table is given, right? A comparison table is also given in the NCERT, right? But where it is also written the heart is on the ventral side. So obviously we are chordates. You can take our example. Our nerve cord is here, right? In our case, because we are vertebrates, notochord is replaced by the vertebral column and heart is on the ventral side. But when it comes to the 4 basic characters, okay, when it comes to the 4 basic characters, so as I said, that's what you need to consider. Okay, that's what you need to consider. So gill slits are paired, right? They are not singly present, they are paired. Do not forget about it. Okay, do not forget about it. Now let's talk about the further classification here. So what are you talking? You are talking about the phylum Chordata. So if you will check your syllabus, yes, if you will check your syllabus, it is clearly mentioned that in animal kingdom, we have to discuss it up to the class level. So firstly, you will talk about the subphylum here. Right, bache, what are we going to discuss here? We are going to talk about the subphylum here. So you can win. This is the trick. Victory should be here. You can win. This is the trick. So U stands for Urochordata. Right, C stands for Cephalochordata and V stands for Vertebrata. They say we are vertebrates. Okay, so in the phylum Chordata, what do we have? We have the 3 subphylums. What do we have? We have the 3 subphylums. We have you can win, you can win, you can win, you can win. Okay, so Urochordata, Cephalochordata and Vertebrata is there. Urochordata, Cephalochordata, Vertebrata is there. So subphylum Vertebrata. Here bache, notochord is replaced by vertebral column. Notochord is replaced by vertebral column here. Notochord is replaced by vertebral column here. Clear, bache? And Urochordata and Cephalochordata, they both are primitive chordates. They are protochordates. What are they? They are protochordates. They are primitive chordates. Protochordates. And we also call them as acraniata. Acraniata. They are without cranium. right? They are without cranium. So what is this cranium? Cranium mane brain box. So they do not have that. They are acraniates. But when you talk about the vertebrata, they are craniata, right? Craniata. So now a very famous question. See, subphylum vertebrata in which the notochord is replaced by the vertebral column. Subphylum vertebrata in which notochord is replaced by the vertebral column. Okay? On the basis of that, you can clearly say that all vertebrates, because it's a subphylum, all vertebrates are chordates. But all chordates are not vertebrates. All chordates means you are also talking about the urochordates and cephalochordates, and you will be amazed to see that these organisms, just urochordates, they are adults, they are even sessile, they are even fixed to the substratum, they cannot even move. Just imagine. Just imagine. So urochordata, cephalochordata and vertebrata is there. So all vertebrates are chordates, but all chordates are not vertebrates. All vertebrates are chordates, but all chordates are not vertebrates, because it is the subphylum vertebrata in which the notochord is replaced by vertebral column. So vertebrata is definitely coming under the phylum chordata, but all chordates are not vertebrates. Okay, bache, all chordates are not vertebrates. Is that clear? Is that clear? Right. So firstly, let's discuss the urochordata and cephalochordata. Then we will discuss the vertebrata in detail. Now, bache, Euro mane tail. These are two subphylums, and remember, they both are also exclusively marine. They both are also exclusively marine. Right? But these are the subphylums. So while answering the question, make sure you read it properly. If they are saying out of the following, which phylums are exclusively marine, or which subphylums are there, so please pay attention. Okay, please pay attention. So what are we going to discuss now? We are going to talk about the urochordata, also known as tunicates. So euro mane tail, right? What is the meaning of euro, bache? What is the meaning of euro? Euro mane tail. So this is what we have to discuss now. Ready? Yes, this is what we have to discuss now. Right, bache? So adults. So adults are normally fixed, mane sessile. And when you talk about the larva is free living. Larva is free living. Okay? I'll discuss, as I said, they are exclusively marine. I'll tell you, urochordata. They are very smart type of chordates. Just imagine if this is a urochordate. In the urochordate, only in the larval stage, bache. Only in larval stage. Imagine, they are very, very smart. Only in larval stage. Yes, only in larval stage. That too in the tail region. That too in the tail region, we will see the notochord. Right? We will see the notochord. Just imagine. We will see the notochord only in the tail region. Only in the tail region. Right, bache? Right, bache? And that too in the larval stage only. Matlab, even if you see the adult urochordate, you are not going to see the notochord in it. You are not going to see any chordate character except pharyngeal gill slits. Right? You are not going to see any chordate character except pharyngeal gill slits. Right, bache? So here in urochordata, euro word is tail. So in their larval stages, in the tail region only, they'll show the notochord. Yes, bache, they will show the notochord. Right? Yes or no? They'll show the notochord. Right? That too in the tail region. Done? Clear? Yes? So let's discuss it. So adults are fixed, larva is free swimming. So you will see larva is advanced, adults are not. Right? So adult may, in the case of adult, we will see that adults are covered with a covering. And that covering is known as bache test. Right? test or tunicate. That covering is known as test or tunicate. Actually, this covering is made up of cellulose-like substance tunicin, right? So they have a covering, we call it as test, right? Actually, it is made up of a cellulose-like substance, right? It is made up of what? It is made up of a cellulose-like substance, that is tunicin. So that's why they are also referred to as tunicates, right? They are also referred to as the tunicates. So if tunicates is the word, please do not get confused. Okay, if tunicate is the word, do not get confused. Right bache? Right bache? Yes. Okay. Done. Done. Okay. Okay. So adults, they are fixed or sessile. Larva is what? Larva is free living. So they are covered with a covering called, yes, they are covered with a covering called test. Right, bache? And cellulose-like substance. Actually, this is a cellulose-like substance, tunicin. Okay? Okay, bache? Yes. Okay? So remember one thing. See, here you will see retrogressive metamorphosis. What are you going to see? You are going to see retrogressive metamorphosis, right? So metamorphosis will be there. Larval stages will be there. From that larval stages, adult will form. But the metamorphosis is retrogressive. Means you will see that larva is advanced and adult is primitive here. Larva is advanced, but the adult is primitive here. Let me explain this. They say when you talk about the larva, in the larva you will see all the chordate characters. All 4 chordate characters. Okay, you people will see what? You people will see all 4 chordate characters. ठीक है, larva में. जैसे we'll see in the tail region, there will be notochord. Remember, only in the tail region, right? Dorsal hollow nerve cord will be there. Pharyngeal gill slits will be there. ठीक है बच्चे, right? So that is what we are going to see in the larval stages. But when you talk about the adult, right? No chordate character. No chordate character except pharyngeal gill slits, right? So only pharyngeal gill slits, yes, only pharyngeal gill slits will be there. Only pharyngeal gill slits will be there in the adult. Otherwise it will not show, right? Otherwise it will not show any chordate character. Are you getting my point? Are you getting my point? Even in the case of adult, we will see that dorsal hollow nerve cord will be replaced and there will be a ganglionated nerve cord. Ganglionated nerve cord. Is that clear? So imagine, adults are fixed. Larva is free living. Are you getting my point? Retrogressive metamorphosis. It's like in class 10th, you have scored, right? You can take it like this, bache. In class 10th, you people scored 95% marks or 12th mein 60%, right? Matlab you are not progressing. Retrogressive metamorphosis is there. So urochordata. So for urochordata, the trick is SAD, right? So SAD mane selpa, acidia and doliolum. This is the trick here. Clear? Yes, please. बच्चे, इज इट क्लियर? चलिए, नेक्स्ट पार्ट इज cephalochordata. Next part is cephalochordata. So what is the word here बच्चे? चलो, let me write it here. Cephalochordata. Cephal word is associated with the head. Okay, so here you will see that notochord will be there. It will persist throughout the life and it will be from head to tail. Okay, notochord is present there and it is from head to tail and persists throughout the life. Are you getting my point? It persists throughout the life. Are you getting my point? Yes. Are you getting my point? Yes, bache. Right. So notochord is there from the head to tail and it persists throughout the life. And moreover, here you will see progressive metamorphosis. Right. That larva adult will show the advanced character. Okay, so basically the cephalochordates, they are considered as the typical chordate, yeah, first chordate having all the 4 basic character. ठीक है, cephalochordata. What is the word बच्चे? Cephalochordata. So they are exclusively marine. A larva and adult both are free swimming. Right बच्चे? Notochord will persist throughout the life. Okay. Okay, notochord will persist throughout the life. So it is the first complete chordate or typical chordate. Okay, so chordate character will remain throughout the life. Right, bache? Chordate characters will remain. Chordate character will remain throughout the life. Is that clear? It will remain throughout the life, means in both the stages, larval stage may be and even in the adult stage. In the larval stage as well as in the adult stage, in both the stages you will see, right, the characters will be there. So it is showing progressive metamorphosis. Blood vascular system is of closed type बच्चे. Right, it is of closed type, so that's how it is. Cephalochordata, right? Cephalochordata. So you have the example branchiostoma, also known as amphioxus or lens slit. Examples are important. ठीक है जी, examples are important. Okay, okay बच्चे. चलिए, next is your subphylum vertebrata. Please pay attention. Okay, next is what? Next is your subphylum vertebrata. Subphylum vertebrata. Next is what? Subphylum vertebrata. So bache, we will divide it, right? We'll further divide it. There will be 2 division. One is aganatha. Aganatha without jaw. Jैसे we have this jaw na. Here you are not going to see jaw. Without jaw, jawless. And one is gnathostomata. Gnathostomata. Jaw present. Are you getting my point? Jaw present here. Jaw is present here. Okay, okay. Now in this particular division you will talk about 2 classes. One is ostracodermy and another is cyclostomata. Another is cyclostomata. Remember, ostracodermy, this class, all the organisms of this particular class, they are extinct. They are extinct. Right. So we will talk about the cyclostomata only. What are we going to discuss? What are we going to discuss? Yes, please. Please focus here. What are we going to discuss? Cyclostomata. Cyclostomata. You will see circular mouth here. Mostly ectoparasite. Circular mouth. Cyclostomata. Petromyxin is the example here. Myxin is the example here. Right, bache? We will discuss it. Then, In cyclostomata, you will talk about two superclasses. ठीक है, one is superclass Pisces, another is superclass Tetrapoda. So Pisces, it's a superclass, it's not a class. It's a superclass, it's not a class. Okay, it is what? It is a superclass, it is not a class. So what is the word here? It is Pisces. What is the word here? It is Pisces. So P for Pisces, P for PCO. P for Pisces, P for PCO. P for Pisces, P for PCO. So P stands for, the sequence should be clear, placodermy. Again, these are the classes. These are the classes. Right? Placodermy. Here again, it's extinct. All the members here are extinct. Then, bache, your cartilaginous fishes, your sharks, chondrichthyes. Right? Then you have osteichthyes, your bony fishes. Are you getting my point? Are you getting my point? Yes. So, a gnatha without jaw. Gnathostomata, jaw is present. Class is ostracodermy, which is extinct. Okay. Cyclostomata is there then, having petromyzin and myxin. Okay. Then you have gnathostomata. Right. Then you have gnathostomata. Superclasses Pisces. Superclasses Tetrapoda. So here when you talk about the superclass, right, you have the classes here. Placodermy is again extinct. So CO, chondrichthyes and osteichthyes. Chondrichthyes, your cartilaginous fishes. Osteichthyes, your bony fishes. Right. Osteichthyes, your bony fishes. Osteichthyes, your bony fishes. Then the superclass is Tetrapoda. Tetra means 4. Poda, limbs. Organisms are having 4 limbs here. And here you are talking about the fins. The paired fins. Right. And even do remember this, bache. This is cyclostomata. Circular mouth they have. They do not have jaw. So here also, these are the jawless fishes. They are also not the true fish. It is also not the true fish. So they are the jawless fish. Okay. They are the jawless fish. So when you have this superclass Tetrapoda. When you have the superclass Tetrapoda. Okay. So here you will talk about 4 classes. Right. And here you will say Aram. Ya Aram. Right. Aram. Ya Aram. What's that, bache? Aram. Ya Aram it is. Okay. Aram it is. Ya Aram it is. Okay. So now when you talk about this A means amphibia. R means reptilia. These are the classes. A means aves. You're talking about the birds here. Then mammalia. Understood? So superclasses Tetrapoda. Superclasses Tetrapoda. So Tetrapoda is having Aram. Amphibia, reptilia, aves and mammalia. Amphibia, reptilia, aves and mammalia. So few things that I'm going to mention here only. When you talk about the organisms of aves and mammalia, they will be warm-blooded. Right? Even in class 9th we discussed this. They are warm-blooded. They are ectotherms or endotherms? Endotherms. They are homeotherms. Right, bache? Right, bache? Why? Because they can maintain constant internal conditions. They can maintain constant internal conditions. What can they do? They can maintain constant internal conditions. Are you getting my point? Are you getting my point? Yes. So what can they do? They can maintain constant internal conditions. But when you talk about the fishes, the amphibians, the reptiles, these reptiles, they all are poikilotherms, mane cold-blooded. Okay, they are cold-blooded. So they cannot maintain the constant internal conditions, right? So their internal condition, it changes with the surrounding. Their internal conditions, it changes with the surrounding. Are you getting my point? It changes with the surrounding. Okay? Okay? Done? Okay, so that's what we have here. Done. That's what we have here. So amphibia, reptilia, aves, mammalia. Amphibia, reptilia, aves, mammalia. Amphibia, reptilia, aves, mammalia. That's what we have. So now, see this. It is given in NCERT. You have to remember this. So let's start with the cyclostomata, having circular mouth, mostly ectoparasite. They'll attach itself to the large fishes, and the food they will leave now, the leftover food they will eat, right? So see, they are ectoparasites on some fishes. They have elongated body bearing 6 to 15 pairs. Focus on the word pairs. So these are the points that you need to note down. 6 to 15 pairs of gill slits they have. Do they have paired fins? No. No. See, they have sucking and circular mouth, which is without jaw. That's why they are in Agnatha. Now, their body is devoid of scales and paired fin. Important point, right? No scales on body. On fishes, we see the scales, no? We see the scales now. No scales and paired fins. Devoid means without, right? Right, bache? So cranium and vertebral column is there because this is the vertebrata, right? So it is cartilaginous, right? So circulation is closed type. They are marine but migrate for spawning to fresh water. They are marine but migrate to spawning. Spawning means they'll go to the fresh water, they'll release their eggs there, then the fertilization will occur. So fertilization is going to be external and the larval stages will be there. Yes or no? Just here it is written that their larvae after metamorphosis return to the ocean. So let me add one thing here, bache. Not usually in the cyclostomata, they don't have the larval stages. They don't have the larval stages, right? But in petromyzin, which is the lamprey, right? But in petromyzin, which is the lamprey, you will see that larva is present, and that is ammocoete larva, right? There is a larva and that larva is ammocoete larva. Okay, that larva is ammocoete larva, and this larva is a connecting link between your cephalochordates. Usually they don't have larval stages, okay? Remember this. Cephalochordate and this cyclostomata. And this cyclostomata. Is that clear? And in this cyclostomata. Okay? So, no doubt you will see the fish migration here. And when it comes to the fish migration, always it's not like that from seawater they'll go to the fresh water for laying eggs. Sometimes the opposite case is there. On the basis of that, you have anadromous type of migration, catadromous. Again, not required for NEET. That's why I'm not discussing it. Right? That's why I'm not discussing it. Right, bache? Okay. Okay. So, then comes the mixin. What is this mixin? Mixin is the hagfish. Mixin is the hagfish. Now it is also important, right? So it has wrinkled lips just like an old woman. That's why the word is hag, old hag, right? So it has wrinkled lips just like an old woman. Again, it is also an ectoparasite, right? It will stay attached to the gills of the host. But here one thing you need to remember, it's a question. It's a previous year question, right? So you should know this, that mixin, it shows no migration. In the case of mixin, there will be no migration. That's important. Okay, that's important. Please write down. Okay, this is important. Please write down. Clear? Sure? So this part clear, please write down. Lamprey, petromyzin, ammocoete is the larva there. Okay, so it is showing no migration. It will only be there in the mixin, will only be there in the, yes, it will only be there in the seawater. Okay, it will only be there in the sea water. बच्चे fins are there but paired fins are not there ना. The body is devoid of paired fins. जैसे in the class super class Pisces you will see the fins are paired, they are in pairs, but here you don't have, right, here you don't have the paired fin. Paired gill slits are there but fins are not paired. ठीक है. Next is बच्चे super class. Right now I have to wrap it up. I'm not keeping well. Okay, I'm not keeping well. I'll speed up. Okay, but I'll cover all the important points. Now the super class is Pisces. So remember, when you talk about the study of fishes, it is known as ichthyology. Ichthyology, study of fish. Okay, ichthyology, study of fish. So you will talk about one class, placodermy is extinct. We will talk about the class chondrichthyes, class osteichthyes. They are also known as elasmobranchi. We also use the word elasmobranchi here, right? This is the class. Cartilaginous endoskeleton they have. Cartilaginous. You will see they are predators. You know shark. You know a shark. Shark. It belongs to this particular class. Even the stingray, even the, yes, that electric ray, right? They belong to this particular class, chondrichthyes. And here you remember they are mostly viviparous. They'll give birth to the young ones. Now we have to compare chondrichthyes and osteichthyes as well. So they are marine animals with a streamlined body and have cartilaginous endoskeleton. In the class chondrichthyes, you people will see the mouth is mostly on the ventral side, right? The mouth is mostly on the ventral side. Just look at this. Look at this. The mouth will be on the ventral side. ठीक है बच्चे, mostly. When you look at its tail fin is not equal. This tail is not equal, right? This tail fin is not equal. This tail is not equal. Look at their body, right? They have this type of body. It is all related to their adaptations. So we are not discussing that in detail. But Sai, I have already explained your doubt. I hope it's clear. So when you talk about its tail fin, you use the word heterocircle. Means it is unequal. It's not equal. It is unequal. ठीक है? Ventral side is having the mouth. Ventral side is having the mouth. ठीक है बच्चे? You will see the gills, but that gills are not covered. मतलब we can clearly see it here. Gills are not covered with operculum. Gills are not covered with operculum. Gills are not covered with operculum. Covering is not going to cover the gills. Plus, they do not have swim bladders or air bladders that will provide it the buoyancy. They do not have swim bladder or air bladder, so it is not going to provide it the buoyancy. So they have to swim constantly to avoid the sinking. Okay? So this is Collidon. Indian shark या Indian dogfish. Pristis is known as sawfish. It is known as sawfish. Look at this pristis. Look at this part. We call it as rostrum. We call it as rostrum. Look at the way it is modified. It looks like a saw na, with which we can chop the wood, right? It looks like that saw. Now that's why it is a sawfish. Notochord is persistent throughout the life. Gill slits are separate without operculum. Skin is tough. They have the scale, minute scale, which are of dermal origin, placoid scale. So when you talk about the placoid scales, it will be there in the cartilaginous fishes and they are dermal in origin. Just in reptiles, we will see the scales are epidermal in origin. Here they are dermal in origin. Right, bache? So teeth are also modified scales which are backwardly directed. They are predaceous due to the absence of air bladder. They have to swim constantly to avoid the sinking. And when it comes to the number of gills there, they have 5 to 7 pairs. That's very important. 5 to 7 pairs of gills they have. Okay. right? So heart bache, it will be two chambered. Now we have already completed that part, body fluid and circulation. So I hope you guys can relate it. Heart is two chambered. Here you will see single circulation. It's nothing like that. The heart, because it is single chambered, it is not going to pump oxygenated and deoxygenated blood. It is the two chambered heart, and it is the venous heart. Venous heart means it will only pump deoxygenated blood. It will only pump deoxygenated blood. It will only pump what kind of blood? Deoxygenated blood. Right, bache slit, gills, no, gills, I hope you understand. Gill slit, when slit is the word, you're talking about the opening. Right, Vaishnavi? You're talking about the opening. Okay, what are you talking? You're talking about the opening there. Okay, so heart is two chambered. And here you will see two accessory chambers are also there in the heart. Two accessory chambers are also there in the heart. And what's that? That is your sinus venosus. Even in amphibians we will see this. And truncus arteriosus. So that's what we are going to see. And when you talk about the, just we have 12 pairs of cranial nerves. Here you will see, even in amphibians, you will see only 10 pairs will be there. What will be there? 10 pairs will be there. Okay. So torpedo, electric organs, right? So some are having poison sting, that is trigon, G. From this G, remember it's the stingray. It's not the electric ray, it is the stingray. Clear? It is not the electric ray, it is the stingray. Clear, bache? So chondrichthyes are also exclusively marine. Okay. Okay. So they are also exclusively marine. These chondrichthyes. Okay. They are also what? They are also exclusively marine. Okay. What are they? They are also exclusively marine. Done, bache? So male में pelvic fin will bear claspers. That is to open the female genitalia. That is to open the female genitalia. Baki in their digestive system, we discuss about the scroll valve and all. But let's stick to the NCERT here. Okay, right? So any doubt? So internal fertilization, they are viviparous. Okay, many of them are viviparous. They have the clasper as copulatory organ, and you know about the examples also. Okay. Done. So Carcharodon, great white sharks, Collodon, Pristis, Trigon is there. Torpedo is also there. Okay. So there is one more example, that is Chimera. That is also known as ghost fish. Actually, bache, this is a connecting link in between the cartilaginous and bony fishes. It is the connecting link in between the cartilaginous and bony fishes. Okay. Baki osteichthyes mein, let's compare. Mouth will be not on the ventral side, mostly terminal. Okay. And it is known as teleostomy, sorry. Teleostomy class. So bony fishes. So endoskeleton will be bony now. So they are in fresh or marine water both. So here you have to remember that 4 pairs of gill slits. Operculum is 4 pairs of gills. Operculum is there. Air bladder is there. Right? Air bladder is there. Mostly tail is homocircle. Mostly I'm saying. Right? Homocircle tail is there. So ye dekho, mouth is mostly terminal. Like this. Okay? They have 4 pairs of gills which are covered by an operculum. Skin is covered with scales, bache. So the word here is placoid scales are there in chondrichthyes, but here you people will see what? You will see cycloid, ctenoid, even one more type of scale, ganoid scales are also there. Ganoid scales are also there. Okay? So air bladder is there which will regulate the buoyancy, so they have no need to, swim every time, and they are cold-blooded. I told you already, sexes are separate. Fertilization usually external, mostly oviparous, but the development is direct. So now they have exocetus. This is the flying fish. Why do we call it as a flying fish, bache? Because the pectoral fin, right? Pectoral fin. It is developed. It is highly developed, right? So when they take a leap, let's say if they find some predator or something, when they take a leap, it feels like that they are flying because pectoral fin is quite large. You can check the images as well. Okay. Baki hippocampus. It's very interesting. Pregnant male. It is also known as pregnant male. Right. Hippocampus structure is also very interesting. Do read about it. Hippocampus. I'll tell you why do we call it as a pregnant male. Because bache, here males are going to provide the parental care. Do you know that? Here males are going to provide the parental care. So basically with the help of dorsal fin. This is the hippocampus. Look at this. Okay, so it is the hippocampus that we have, bache. So body will be there in this vertical position. It will stay like this with the help of dorsal fin, right? So imagine it's a fish. So it is having a brood pouch. Male will contain a brood pouch. Female will lay the eggs there. Then the fertilization will occur. So male partner is going to take care of baby. Male partner is going to do the parental care. Okay? So in the animal kingdom, only male which is pregnant is hippocampus. Okay? Okay, right? So head is also at the right angle to the body. You can look at this. So it resembles that of a horse. Okay, so that's why it is it is called as seahorse. Okay, so single dorsal fin, pectoral fin is reduced, and you know that there will be a brood pouch where female will lay the egg. Done? Okay. So then bache, fresh water which is edible also, catla and labio, catla and rabio. Baki clarius, magur. One is जैसे clarius, batrachus, also known as catfish. Bache, it can even come on the land for some time because it is having some special respiratory organs as well. This Clarius batrachus, na, when you talk about it, it is the catfish, right? It is the Indian catfish. So it is having some accessory respiratory organs, right, bache, and which are for the air breathing. So it can walk on land on its paired fins. This Clarius batrachus. This Clarius batrachus. Okay, then you have these aquarium fishes, betta and pterophyllum. So tetrodon, puffer fishes. So there are different varieties here again because you already have a lot to remember. So you can just focus on this. Okay, so Clarius batrachus, the catfish, also known as magur. So it is having the accessory respiratory organ. So you people should know about it. Done, bache? You people should know about it. Okay. ठीक है, चलिए. So next is the amphibians. Again, head and trunk is there, no neck. Amphi माने dual, right? So these are the vertebrates with dual life. मतलब they are the first one who took the step towards the land habitat. They are not the successful land animals. They need the water for the sexual reproduction, right? Their eggs are not having that kind of shells that it can protect it from the evaporation. So they need the water for the sexual reproduction. So amphibians, bache, they can live in aquatic as well as on terrestrial habitat. Most of them have two pair of limbs. Just say here, when you talk about the orders here in the amphibia, na, say we have Anura, we have Urodela, also known as Chordata. One is Apoda. One is Apoda. So Anura, matlab tailed amphibians. Urodela, they have the tail. Apoda, these are the limbless amphibian. Again a very famous question. Okay, bache. Again a very famous question. Very famous question. Okay, so Anura, tailed amphibians, tailless amphibians, my bad. Tailless amphibian. You have frog here. So Urodela, salamander. Apoda, limbless amphibian, a very famous question. It is ichthyophis. It looks like a worm. It looks like annelida, but actually it's an amphibian. Okay, actually it's an amphibian. A very important point. A very important point. So tail may be present in some. Amphibian skin is moist. So fishes, they have the scale. Even reptiles may the skin is going to be tough, rough, right? But here amphibians, they are without scales. Eyes will have eyelids. So remember one thing, only in the mammalia, in the class mammalia, you will see the external ear. Only in the class mammalia, you will see the external ear. Otherwise, tympanum, which is the middle ear, it represents the ear. Okay, middle ear, it represents the ear. Tympanum, right, bache? So alimentary canal, its opening, urinary bladder, reproductive opening, they all will open in a common chamber that is known as cloaca. And from the opening, from cloacal opening, it will open to the exterior. Okay? It will open to the exterior. Is that clear? Right? So you can see here, alimentary canal, urinary and reproductive tracts, they open into a common chamber called cloaca, which opens into the exterior. So gills are also there for the respiration. Just take the example of tadpole, and other larvae are also there. Lungs, pulmonary respiration. Skin is moist, cutaneous respiration. So heart is 3-chambered here, bache. So here you will see incomplete double circulation. What you people are going to see? Incomplete double circulation. Okay? Because heart is 3-chambered. So if it is 3-chambered, auricle, one ventricle, right auricle, left auricle, there will be ventricle, and here in this ventricle, the oxygenated and deoxygenated blood will get mixed. So ventricle is pumping the mixed blood. Okay? So incomplete double circulation is there, bache. And here also you will see that accessory chambers are present. What you people are going to see here? That accessory chambers are present here. Right? That accessory chambers are present here. Done, bache? So they are also cold-blooded. Here also you will see 10 pairs of cranial nerves. Right? So sexes are separate. Fertilization is external. They are egg-laying. Development is indirect. So you have bufo, toad, rana, hyla is the tree frog, salamandra. So this salamander is having axolotl larva. And this larva, bache, this larva will develop the gonets. This larva will have this adult-like feature. It will develop gonets. Right? So when larval stages, they develop the gonets, we call it as neoteny. We call it as neoteny. Take a neoteny. Baki limbless amphibian there. So other than that, there is one more example, that is Rhecophorus. It is the flying frog. What's that? It is the flying frog. Here you will see that with the hind limb, this frog will jump like that, right? Even the digits are also webbed. It looks like that frog is flying, Rhecophorus. Okay, so you should know the difference in frog and toad. Just frog mein skin is smooth, bufo mein it will be rough, right? Right, you should know these differences, bache. Okay? So just frogs, they live near water, but toads, they live in dark, shady places, right? Under stones you will get them. Toads are, bache, active during night time, but frog will be active during daytime. Okay? Frogs lay egg in masses, but in the case of toads, they will lay their egg in lines. Okay? So frog mein skin is moist, smooth, but here it will be dry, it will be watty, it will be rough. Rough skin will be there. So bufo ke case mein, in the case of a toad, the skin cannot be used for respiration. This point you should note down. The skin cannot be used for respiration. Is that clear? The skin cannot be used for respiration. Okay, bache? Okay, right? So frog, this is what we need to discuss. Hai na? It is also the part of our syllabus. So no salivary glands are there in the frog. Remember, no salivary glands are there in the frog. Okay? But in your toad, you will see parotid gland, which is again a digestive gland, is present. Okay? Parotid gland is present. Okay? So this is salamandra. So back to bache, reptile, the first successful land animals having lungs, having thick skin, their eggs, right? They can even like in the eggs, the shells are present which can protect it from the evaporation. So I'll go quickly, right, as when I'm not keeping well. So remember, they are also cold-blooded, but here you will see 12 pairs of cranial nerves, right? Heart again here will be 3-chambered, and the ventricle is incompletely partially divided, something like that, partially divided. But here you have the exception, just a crocodile. Crocodile is 4-chambered. It's a repeated question. They have the epidermal scale. The skin is thick here. So see, creeping or crawling mode of locomotion. They are mostly terrestrial. Body is covered by dry and cornified. So when I'm using the word cornified here, matlab skin is having keratin, right? So it will not allow the water of the body to get evaporate. Keratin is there, right? Keratin is there in the body. Keratin, cornified skin, matlab keratin protein is present there. Okay, keratin protein is present there. So they do not have external ear opening. So tympanum will represent the ear here. Limbs when present, they are 2 pairs. So limbs are absent also. Snake, take the example of snake, right? Heart is usually 3-chambered. They are also poikilotherms. So snakes and lizards, bache, they show ecdysis, right? Yeah, molting. They shed their skin. You might have seen the skin cast of the snakes. They just shed their skin. So snakes and lizards, they shed their skin. Okay, fertilization is external. They are oviparous. Development is direct. Now, bache, chelone is the turtle. Testudo is the tortoise. Just a turtle, it is aquatic. So you will see, and here reptiles na bache, they show pentadactyly. They show pentadactyly, right? Matlab 5 digits they are going to have. Now when this turtle, it is aquatic, so it will be fused like this. There will be no cell death here. You won't see the individual digits. Now your tortoise, it is terrestrial. So here you will see the digits. You'll see the claws there. Okay, bache? Okay, baki calotus is the garden lizard, crocodilus, alligator, hemidactylus wall lizard. Yes, you have to remember this. So poisonous snake mein Naza, Bungarus and Vipera. And remember your python, it is a non-poisonous snake. It's a non-poisonous snake, right, bache? And that poisonous glands are modified labile glands. They are the modified labile glands. So you should know this. Okay, you should know this. Okay. So we are talking about the reptiles. 12 pairs of cranial nerves are there. Okay. So they are also poikilotherms. Done, bache? Any doubt? Any doubt? So you can just stick to the NCERT, but yeah, do not forget to remember the examples. Okay. Do not forget to remember the examples. So they are the first successful land animals. Okay, first successful land animals. Done, bache? So next is, so here they go. This is a chelone. It's a turtle. It is aquatic. So you won't see the digits here. It's like this. And do you know there is heloderma? Heloderma. It is the only poisonous lizard in the world. Only poisonous lizard in the world. Only poisonous lizard. Okay, what's that? It is the only poisonous lizard. Now, bache, apes, birds, which are also referred to as glorified reptiles, right? Jaise, I don't know whether you know this or not, Archaeopteryx lithographica. We will discuss about it in the chapter evolution. Archaeopteryx lithographica, right? So basically, it is believed that birds, they evolved from the reptiles. So that's why they are called as glorified reptile. The study of bird is known as ornithology. It is known as ornithology. Okay. They are also warm-blooded. So they have the special character. You know that they have the feathers that are going to cover their body. Right, bache? So most of them are also flightless. They can fly, but most of them are also flightless. Ostrich, kiwi is there, right? So they do not have these teeth like us. They have the beak. Their jaws are modified into beak, right, bache? Right, bache? So forelimbs are modified into wings, and hind limb is having the scales that are modified for walking, swimming, or clasping the tree branches. So they have just one gland that is known as oil gland, which is also known as uropygial gland, which is also known as preen gland. ठीक है, oil gland, uropygeal gland, preen gland, oil gland, uropygeal gland, preen gland. ठीक है, so they just have, the skin is having one gland only. So this bird will just like bend its beak, will touch the oil gland. Then they say we do the oiling na, so it is going to do the oiling of the complete body of all the feathers, right? So here, because they fly, so their bones are hollow bones, don't have the bones are hollow, they have the air spaces, so for that bache we use the word pneumatic bones, right? Pneumatic bones, they are hollow. The sternum is keel sternum, right? Not in the flightless bird, but they have the keel sternum where the flight muscles will get attached, okay, where the flight muscles will get attached. Other than that, when you talk about their lungs, because they fly also, so lungs are attached to some sac-like structure that are known as air sacs, right bache? So air sacs will not play a role in the exchange of gases, they are just supplementing the respiration, right? They will just supplement the respiration, they are not playing any role, right? They just supplement the respiration, they do not play any role in the exchange of gases. Okay, you should know about the air sacs. Baki birds में sound producing organ is syrinx, right? Sound producing organ is the syrinx, right? Larynx is present there, you cannot say that it is absent. Larynx is still there, but play no role in sound production. It is going to play no role in sound production, but syrinx will do the needful. ठीक है बच्चे? Okay, and here, yes, how can I forget? Just like the insects, here also you will see the crop and gizzard is the part of the digestive system or the alimentary canal. ठीक है? Crop and gizzard is the part of the, yes बच्चे, it is the part of the alimentary canal. Please note down, okay? Kindly note down, this is important. Done? So because their body should be having less weight, so testes are paired. ठीक है, testes are paired, but बच्चे testes are paired, okay, but ovary and oviduct of right side are absent. Ovary and oviduct of right side are absent. They are absent, right? Because we have to make the body lighter. That's why. ठीक है बच्चे? That's why. So baki, I told you about the air sacs. Fertilization is internal. Heart is 4-chambered. ठीक है बच्चे? Done. So this is all about the birds, right? This is all about the birds. So even birds, they lack this thing. What do we call it as? Cloaca. No, cloaca is still there. One more thing is there. We'll discuss it. In the birds, there is no urinary bladder. In the birds, you know, they are uricotelic. They have no urinary bladder. No urinary bladder is there in the birds, except only one bird, that is your Rhea americana. ठीक है? No urinary bladder is there in the birds except one bird, that is Rhea americana. Okay, that is Rhea americana. Baki examples are important. Please do not forget that. You should know which bird is a flightless, which bird can fly. Baki here you can see lungs are attached with the air sacs, so they will just supplement the respiration. Baki class mammalia mein, you know that here will be there, right? We'll see here nails, right, horns and all, but main thing is mammary glands. Females are having well developed mammary glands. With the help of that, they are going to nourish their young ones. Okay, so we have the class is mammalia. We have the class is mammalia. What is the name of the class, bache? What is the name of the class? Yes, what is the name of the class? Mammalia. So you have two subclasses here. The word is subclass, not the infraclass. One is Prototheria, right? What is the word? One is prototheria and another is the eutheria. Okay, another is what? Another is the theria, sorry. Another is what? Subclass theria. Now under this subclass, you have infraclass, right? You have infraclass. So infraclass mein you have metatheria, and you have eutheria. Jaise we are eutherians, right? One is eutheria. So now when you talk about the prototherians, here you are talking about the egg-laying mammals. Very primitive they are, right? We talk about the egg-laying mammals here. Okay, egg-laying mammals here. Jaise you have ornithorhynchus. Okay, that is the duck-billed platypus. What's that? That is the duck-billed platypus. Okay, it's a connecting link in between the reptiles and the mammals. It is a connecting link in between the reptiles and the mammals. And one is tachyglossus, right? That is the spiny anteater. It is not scaly anteater. Tachyglossus is the word. It is the spiny anteater. Spiny anteater and scaly anteater is different. It is spiny anteater. Okay. Okay. Done. Now bache infraclass metatheria. M for metatheria. Marsupials. You know na, marsupials in Australia. We see marsupials. So marsupials, they are the pouched mammals. They are having a pouch. They are the pouched mammals. Pouched mammals, marsupials. Macropus is the example, your kangaroo. Right? You have the kangaroo. So they are not placental mammals, bache. Right? They are in Australia and in some neighboring islands. Okay. So females are having a pouch, marsupium, in which they will rear the young ones. Okay. So they are the pouched mammals. Okay. So placenta is there, but that is very small and simple. Okay. Done. So mother will nurse the babies in the marsupium, in that pouch basically. Then you have the eutherians. You know eutherians. They are your placental mammals. That's it. That's all. Okay. That's it. That's all. So this is all about the class Mammalia. 4-chambered heart. Respiration is by lungs. No accessory chambers are there in mammals. No accessory chambers are there in the apes. In the reptilia, only sinus venosus is there. Truncus arteriosus is absent. So this is all about this. External ear will be there. Unique feature of mammal. Plus bache diaphragm. Without any exception, even the diaphragm is also a unique feature of mammals. Right? Diaphragm is also a unique feature of mammals. Okay? Baki, you know that they can even fly, they are cosmopolitan in distribution, they can survive everywhere. We have the example of aquatic mammals. We have the example of pteropus, flying fox. Pteropus is there, na? Pteropus, flying fox. Right? So it is the example. So that's it. That's all, not keeping well. So that's why I'm just wrapping it up. Do not forget about the examples and you can use this table for your quick revision. Okay? So this is about the part 2 of the animal kingdom. Don't worry, even I will take neural control and coordination. Right? I'm not going to leave that as well. But now your diversity portion is done and dusted. Do revise it. Your physiology completed. Matlab, in class 11th, we need to discuss the morphology and the biomolecules. Hai na? And neural control and coordination. That's it. That's it. For living word, you can visit this channel. You can watch my lecture there, right? That will hardly take your 2 hours. Hardly, it will take your 2 hours. That's it. Okay? So that's it. That's all. Thank you so much, guys. Do let me know in the comment section if there is any problem, and do let me know how's the session. Okay? So